ladies as well as gentlemen, Papa Boris is back with the rest of my Mage Hearthstone Arena run, and I gotta say, this is the kind of thing that makes me love Hearthstone. You know, I never used to take these mana worms, but then I learned my lesson. I learned that this was a good card. I started taking them, and in that last game against the Priest, they were really good. That's what's so great about this game is, you know, you think you know everything, and then you always learn these little wrinkles that make you a better player and cause you to see more success in the arena. So I'm getting a little bit closer to really mastering the Mage. Okay, join me as we go into our third game. Let's start with a sip of Good Luck water. That Good Luck water coming out of a peach iced tea Snapple bottle where you can still almost taste the peach iced tea. Alright, Lewis the Paladin. We're back to the creative names. Am I second? Oh, yeah, I'm second. Come on. Oh, that was too bad. I was really hoping to get my other mana worm. Well, let's see. These are a little bit slow. I don't like passing on global removal, though, because I might actually need this. I don't want to pass up this creature either. You know what? I'm going to actually send back this Blizzard. Let's actually fish for it. Let's fish for one of my other one-drops, either the Abusive Sergeant or another Mana Worm. I didn't find it, but I do have Frostbolt here. So, it's possible that I will actually get to play something on my next turn. Alright, Argent Squire normally is a very irritating play to deal with. However, actually it holds up quite nicely against the Mana Worm. Now, my opponent could have the Blessing of Might. That's the 1 mana, give a creature +3 attack. If he has that, that would sort of suck. He'd kill my Mana Worm. Then, of course, I could use Hero ability to kill the Argent Squire with its Divine Shield popped. So that's fine. It's going to just make a reinforcement. Very nice. So off to a pretty aggressive start, my opponent is. What I'm going to do here is think. If I play the Sorcerer's Apprentice, then I could actually coin out a Frostbolt. There's no really good targets for that, though. Frost Nova's a bit premature. I could swing into the Argent Squire, finish it off with Hero ability. That's one possibility. Then I can coin and do nothing. This guy would then be at 2 health, so this guy could get it down to 1. It would still survive without a little bit of help from buffs. What are my other options? Well, I could coin out an Acolyte of Pain. Acolyte of Pain is great against 1-drops. Acolytes of Pain, love them some 1-drops. I think I'm going to do that. It's a bit of a greedy play. And what am I doing next turn? Well, next turn I can actually play Sorcerer's Apprentice and a Frostbolt. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this, buff the Mana Worm, play the Acolyte, and I am actually going to just kill this creature, I think. When you're up against Paladins, it's generally dangerous to let them keep cards. So 4 mana is where Paladins start doing terrible things too. That's where they got True Silver Champion and Hammer of Wrath. But the good news is that Paladins are actually somewhat predictable before 4 mana. They don't really have much in the way of removal. So really, like I talked about, you know, with buffing a creature and using it to kill you, that's pretty much all they've got. So next turn, well, let's see what he plays. Ah, very good. So he's going to buff it. All right, fair enough. And smack. Well, this actually is a pretty good turn for my opponent. That damage I took sucked, but of course the Paladin could have run into me anyway. So, yeah, that sort of sucked. I don't think there was any way I could have really gotten around that. Because, yeah, no matter what I did, he would have had a 1/1 left over, and then could have finished me off. Alright, let's actually think here. I could run in, draw a card, finish it off with Hero ability, and then basically get another card when the Shattersome Cleric runs into it. But I have a Chillwind Yeti waiting in the wings, so what I want to do is put some stuff on the board. Let's actually go ahead and do this, because you always want to draw cards first, just in case. Waterfist Ogre, not relevant here. Let's actually play the Sorcerer's Apprentice. And let's Frostbolt his 3/3. So now you can use the Argent Squire to finish off my Sorcerer's Apprentice. But my Acolyte of Pain is still here. Still good for 1 more card. And then I can play Chillwind Yeti on turn 4 and be in pretty good shape. See what my opponent's got for me. He does need... I'm guessing he's going to use the Argent Squire to kill the Apprentice, because, I mean, why not? Otherwise, he thinks I'm just going to want to kill it with my Hero ability next turn. In actuality, I wouldn't. I would just run my Acolyte into it and play the Chillwind Yeti. Notice, by the way, Argent Squire, I've seen people on Reddit bashing this creature, like, oh, it's a 1-drop, it sucks. It's really, really good. It's a very solid creature to play. That Divine Shield made a huge difference for him. Alright, so he's trading off. Let's see what his 4-mana play is. I really wouldn't be that bothered by anything. Sen'jin Shield Master, Chillwind Yeti. I guess a Hammer of or True Silver Champion is always kind of annoying. Okay, well, Mana Worm, that's good. I could kill this with my hero ability and play Mana Worm, but I think it's more important to put this down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trade in like this, draw a card. You don't want to leave paladins with creatures around. The fact that he, for 4 mana, had nothing better to do than hero ability suggests he's got at least some kind of buffs, like maybe Blessing of Kings, or like that guy who gives your creature Divine Shield. Like, he's probably had something along those lines, or else for 4 mana with 5 cards, there was a whole lot that he potentially could be doing. I mean, granted, he might just have a bunch of late-game creatures or something, but it seems unlikely, given his early drops. Alright, there's a Fen Creeper. I don't have anything to do at the moment. My big drop is coming up at 6, so what I'm going to do is play Mana Worm. Always have to be watchful with the order you do things in. Then Fireball to kill his big taunter. Buff my Mana Worm, and play Chill Wind Yeti. Or attack with the Chill Wind Yeti. So let's see what he's got for 6 mana. So, here, if it's a taunter, that would probably be the best thing that he could play for himself, because I can't really attack into it. I would just have to play a Boulder Fist Ogre and then try to use the kill his big creatures with your big creatures approach of killing things. There are definitely ways this game could turn ugly. If he has a big taunter now, I play the Boulder Fist Ogre and he plays Humility or an Outer Peacekeeper to turn its attack down to 1, I would be in serious trouble, even with the Stormwind Champion as a follow-up. Although I gotta say, I'm really glad I have the Stormwind Champion. Like, what was it that I didn't take, like an Amani Berserker or something? Yeah, I definitely am much happier having this. Okay, so a couple of options here. I could just play the Boulder Fist Ogre and proceed as scheduled. This would allow the Tiger to kill the Mana Worm, and then probably also the Yeti later, which is a little bit sad. If I want to get around that, what I could do is play the Defender of Argus. This would buff my Chillwind. It would also buff the Mana Worm, but that's not relevant. Buff my Chillwind so that it can actually kill the Tiger without dying to it. Now, another option would be to play the Boulder Fist Ogre, and then, if the Chillwind Yeti kills the Mana Worm, I can actually play the Stormwind Champion after that and use the Yeti to kill the Tiger and just barely survive. I think I actually like this plan. We'll save the Defender of Argus for another time, because right now what I'm doing is applying lots and lots of pressure. So if my opponent doesn't have any taunts or anything like that, then, you know, if he takes the time just to kill my little creature, I'm hitting him for 10 damage, which knocks him down to 10. And when you're up against a mage, you do have to be afraid of Pyroblasts and Fireballs. You don't want to let your life total get that low. So, in these 6 cards, you'd better have some Peacekeepers or some Humilities, or like a Sunwalker or something, if he wants to stay in the game. Let's see if he has any of that. Alright, so he has a Taunt. This will die to my Chillwind Yeti, unless, of course, he uses the Tiger to trade into the Yeti. Is he giving the Tiger Divine Shield? Blessing of Might. Oh, interesting! He's gonna actually... What? Interesting choice. I don't particularly understand this play, to be perfectly honest with you. The reason is that he didn't need this in order to kill the Yeti, and now it just dies to my Stranglethorn Tiger anyway. So I'm not exactly sure why he did what he did right there. Okay, let's think about my plays. I could actually play Stormwind Champion. Unfortunately, the Mana Worm only then goes up to a 3/4, so it can't kill the Taunter. I'd have to kill the Taunter with the Ogre, and then this guy would get to attack me. I think a more aggressive and more accurate play is to play Frost Nova to pump my Mana Worm, freeze his creatures, then finish off the Tiger. Oh, hang on, do I want to do that? Oh, I did things in the wrong order. Shit, I should have played this first. Yes, I want to do this first. Then Ice Lance to kill off his Booty Bay bodyguard. Look at this! Ice Lance, guys! Quality card. And now I can just ignore this Tiger and swing by for 10 damage anyway. See, my opponent's in serious trouble now. I should have an extra 1/1 on the board. I should have put the Violet Teacher down before the Frost Nova, but this is, I think, a nice showcase of mage cards that I've seen people diss on. The Ice Lance, Frost Nova, definitely pulling their weight in that scenario by freezing stuff, you know, dealing damage, all that good stuff. And the Violet Teacher, really happy I took this. What did I took it over a Pine-Sized Summoner. Really happy about that. I think that was totally worth it. Hammer of Wrath. Alright, I'm happy to see that. That is drawing him a card, but it is half his mana, and he's still dead. Got exactly 10 damage here, 11 if you count hero ability. So this last 4 mana that he's got had better be something really good, or else he is in serious trouble. That is Spanish for trouble. I'm just kidding, it's not really anything in Spanish. Alright, is he going to heal himself? Oh god, Holy Light. Well, that's not a very good card, so I'm pretty happy to see him play it. 2 mana, okay. That is not going to do him any good. Okay, well, let's think about this. My opponent does get to live for a turn. Or does he? Fireball, huh? Okay, let's think about this very carefully. I need to get past this guy. So I can play Defender of Argus, buff my 1/1 into a 2/2, kill the Taunter. Then I'm hitting for 4, plus 6 is 10, plus 6 is 16 damage. Kids! Papa Boris says, always look for the win. You know, I probably had this game even if I played less precisely, but why give your opponent an out when you don't have to? I mean, it just makes sense, right? If you can win right now, if you can get your opponent's health down to 0 right now, there is literally nothing else that's better than that. So you just gotta look for it and do it. All right. By the way, that was an educational ass game. So first of all, it shows why healing cards are bad. You really don't want to play them unless you just have either a constructed deck or there's like some kind of purpose behind them. Although I can't even fathom what that would be. And in an arena, it's just bad. Take something else unless there's like literally nothing but trash in there. It also showed the showcase. It also was a showcase of some mage spells that I think are a little bit undervalued. The Frost Nova, the Ice Lance. And maybe I was the only idiot in the world undervaluing Mana Worm, but the Mana Worm was super quality in that game as well. So, lots of good stuff happening there. Alright, we're up against another Priest and Nilogas. I believe this is a different Priest than before. Okay. This is a bit of a slow hand. Very good cards, all of these, but it's a slow hand, so what do I keep and what do I throw away? I might just want to throw away everything, honestly. It's risky throwing away your mass removal because you might need it, especially if you mulligan everything and then don't get any early game drops. Ah, that's sad. Yeah, I'm just going to mulligan it all, though. I think having the Blizzard isn't going to save me if I don't have any early game plays anyway, so let's just go ahead and fish. Okay, good. That was a good fishing trip. Actually, really good. I can play Mana Worm on turn 1. Oh, if only I was second, I could play Mana Worm, Coin, Abusive Sergeant. What an aggressive start. It'd be a 2-3 and a 2-1. That's like the old Defias Ringleader. Granted, it's 2 cards, but still. Anyway, we're playing a 1-3 here, rather humbly. We're going to play a Wolf after that and swing. Looks like my opponent had nothing good to do with this coin. That's just fine by me. We'll buff-a-doodle-doo, swing up. And this is something I was talking about in an early video. If you want to play aggressively, it doesn't necessarily mean that you should take like lots and lots of cheap cards. You just need a few cheap cards to have the plays. You don't need to like fill up your entire deck with cheap crap. I would love to play Defender of Argus here, sadly I can't. I would love to hit this Tiger, sadly I can't. So, what's the best thing to do? I could play the Abusive Sergeant and just go for all-out aggression. Problem is, this will someday die to Holy Nova, and I'm not getting any value out of its plus attack other than 2 extra damage to my opponent's face. Then again, I'm not doing anything else either with 3 mana, just hero ability, that seems sad. Alright, we'll do the Abusive Sergeant. The most likely target for this Tiger is... that's tricky. I mean, I could see the Wolf or the Mana Worm both being good choices. Probably the Mana Worm because the Wolf does die to Holy Nova. So what we're going to do is we're going to buff the Wolf on the assumption that he's planning to kill the Mana Worm anyway. And if he chooses to kill... Oh, no, what am I talking about? This is temporary. Never mind. Forget everything I said just now. And I said nothing. Okay. Let's see what he's got. So he used a coin last turn, so Holy Nova's not for at least another couple of turns. With a little bit of luck, 2 of my creatures can survive. I can play Defender of Argus. If, however, he has Holy Bolt or Shadow Word Pain, he can actually kill. Ah, yeah. Holy Smite. That's sad. So, he's got his own Wolf. Probably going to kill my Mana Worm, I'm guessing. That's the more dangerous creature. Now, killing this is the advantage that I can't then kill his Wolf if I don't have any spells, which in fact I don't. Also, it has the advantage that his Tiger survives, of course. Okay, so here I have an interesting option. I can either play one of my 2 4-drops, or I can clear the board. I think it behooves me to clear the board here. So we'll do this, and I have nothing else to do with my mana. So now my opponent managed to basically clear things up. We have equal cards once I draw, but I have a life advantage. So he has the initiative, I have the life advantage. That's kind of how things panned out here. Alright, so this shows that his hand isn't very good. If it were good, he would have had more things to do than just play that. And that's okay. So I skipped a beat last turn, he skipped a beat this turn. That seems fine. Ah, good. I'm happy to see that. That's some nice late game. We'll play our sturdy guy. Shadow Word Pain will kill it, but I'm guessing... Well, no. He had a Holy Smite, whatever that's called. I can't remember what it's called. Holy Smite or Holy Bolt. I think it's Holy Smite. He has Holy Smite, so he might actually still have a Shadow Word Pain. This is a very good card for 5 mana, putting lots of power on the board. He's wisely ignoring me, because what's the point of hitting it? Couple of options here. I could play Defender of Argus to buff this up, give it taunt, kill his biggest guy. Then it would have 3 health left. Oh wow, he'd have to run both of his guys into it to kill it. That's a very appealing play. I could, alternatively, just swing in, hero ability to finish it off. That doesn't seem as good. Okay, what we're going to do is play the Loot Hoarder and play the Defender. So either of his little chumper nuggets will kill the Loot Hoarder, which I'm fine with, because it'll draw me a card. Thanks. It puts my Water Elemental at the magic 4 power. It's immune to Shadow Words. Shadow Madness. Ah, it's a pretty good card. So Shadow Madness essentially lets him kill 2 of my creatures for 4 mana. That's quite solid. So if there was any card that was going to save him from the situation he was in, it was definitely that one. I'm still doing okay. I do get to draw a card. Stormwind Champion, not the greatest on a naked board, especially with Mind Control coming up in 2 turns. But I'll take it. I will take it. This is not worth fireballing. Let's just go ahead and drop down that. Basically there was just a 6/6 for 7 mana. I mean, you can't play around Shadow Madness. What is that, a rare? Yeah, so it's good that for him that he had it. It was a really important card for him. He's going to kind of 2 for 1. He's going to spend a card plus a Divine Shield to kill my guy, which is I'm really sad about because I wanted to steal that Divine Shield. I could play another Stormwind Champion, but I think what I'd actually rather do is play Frost Elemental to freeze this. This does a couple of things. Number one, it gives him a less tempting Mind Control target. Number 2, I can play this and swing for 6 next turn. Start to put some pressure on. It's a pretty good card. He just made that even better. Nuts. He didn't want to put the Defender of Argus there. I guess he wants to keep attacking me with his Argent Commander. Oh, not quite with him. Okay, I guess he messed up. Okay, Ice Lance. Oh, I'm too late! I don't have any Freezy cards. Damn it. Okay, if I play the Stormwind Champion, I can swing into his Taunter and use hero ability. It's not quite enough to kill it. So that seems like a pretty sad plan. However, if I Flame Strike, it'll kill 2 of his real cards, plus get this down to 4 health, whereupon it will die. I think I like this plan. Let's go ahead and Flame Strike. Kill his Taunter. Do that. So I'm in pretty good shape here. He has 4 cards to my 5. He has the initiative, but I do have the Blood Knight and the Stormwind Champion coming down next turn. Thought Steal. Uh-oh, that could be good. There's one more Flame Strike in there, and there's a Blizzard in there. I didn't see where this came from in his hand. Okay, that's definitely my card. He stole that from me, the bum. Okay, there's my Blizzard. Let's see. Do I want to play Stormwind Champion? Puts this up to 4 health. Lets it kill the Violet Teacher with 1 life left over. That seems good. Any other options? I could kill this guy. That seems kind of silly. Yeah. I guess we'll play this. Kill the Violet Teacher. Now I can play this guy. It'd be a 4/4. Or I could Hero Ability Smack him. If I play this, the disadvantage is I lose the potential to steal Divine Shields later, but what are the odds he's going to play something with Divine Shield? Not that much. I'm just going to play him. Alright, so if he Mind Controls my Stormwind Champion, I'm alright with that, because I can Fireball it to death. He's got the Mind Control. Alright, that's pretty much his entire turn. Oh, he can now actually... Interesting choice. He had a 3/4 right here. He could have killed my 3/3. I could have, of course, hero ability the thing to death, but I would have still done that. Interesting choice by him not to kill my 3/3 while I had the chance. Well, anyway, I'm glad I played this, because now I have damage coming down the pike. So what we're going to do is Violet Teacher, Fireball my own Stormwind Champion. This is a very good hand right here. This hand is freaking amazing. So basically, I can freeze his whole team and then deal an extra 4 damage to one of his creatures. And then an extra damage from my hero ability to another one. I mean, what I'd love to see is him play a bunch of cheap stuff. The worst thing would be if he played like a Sunwalker. I don't have a really good answer for that. Right, Acolyte of Pain is pretty weak play here. That is a little bit better. This Acolyte can get a lot of cards. Alright, Violet Teacher. Let's think. Can I actually kill my opponent? I can't actually freeze my opponent, so I can't ice... Notice Ice Lands can actually target characters. So if you can freeze your opponent with, say, a Water Elemental or a Frost Elemental, that you can actually deal 4 damage, which I don't have at the moment. I've got 3, 6, 7, 8 damage. Not enough. No good way of killing this. Alright, we're going to go for it here. We'll play this. And we will Blizzard. Build up a small army of 1/1s. Does draw him a card with the Acolyte of Pain. That's life. It's frozen, so he can't get another card with it anytime soon. I can now play the Epic Ice Lance for... Actually, only one more 1/1, because I ran out of space. That's sad. And we'll attack. I didn't want to use up one of this 1/1 to like clear space anyway, because it would have given the Acolyte another card, so that would have been kind of silly. Alright, so a Holy Nova would be pretty solid for my opponent here. It would clear out my 1/1s. If he doesn't have a Holy Nova, he's in a bit of trouble. He has card advantage out the wazoo with 5 cards in his hand and 10 mana, but I am dealing 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 damage. He can heal up 2 of it, but that basically means that he has 2 turns to find an answer to my stuff. Let's see what it is. Mind Control! Oh my gosh, that's actually fine with me. I mean, it's like 8 of his 10 mana, and he's still in some serious-ass trouble. Sorcerer's Apprentice. Okay, let's think after I play whether or not I want to use that. Do I want to kill this Violet Teacher? That's the question. I can deal 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. Get him down to 6 health. Yeah, I think I want to put the pressure on. Basically, I have huge life advantage. He has huge card advantage. So it's really important for me to put on as much pressure as possible and try to race him down. Alright, I'm going to actually put the Sorcerer's Apprentice down. Yes, it dies to Holy Nova, but if he has Holy Nova, then all I'm left with is a 3-3 and a 3-5. The 3-3 can die right away. It's one of his things. And I'm just going to lose the game, basically. So I have to take the risk that he doesn't have Holy Nova. And if he doesn't have it, then I want this extra source of 3 damage for him to contend with. So does he have the Holy Nova? He appears not to. Alright, he can kill one thing. He can kill another thing. He can heal... his best bet would be to play a Taunt, of course. Let's see, I have a Flame Strike in here, which would wrath everything of his. I have a Fireball, which would just win me the game. Frostbolt would actually also win it for me, so I've got pretty good chances of drawing a card that wins. Mana Worm. Not exactly what we were hoping for here. I think we just need to keep on going, though. It's so sad that I couldn't quite get him down. But I think it was important to keep up with the pressure. So basically, he has massive card advantage, just massive. But he cannot let even like a single point of damage go through. So he constantly has to be dealing with my threats. Acolyte of Pain is getting a lot of cards for him. He's drawn actually only 3 more cards than I have, which is interesting. Alright, he found the Holy Nova. Okay. So it heals him, which is actually very relevant right here, and rather tragic. He can go up to 5 health. Alright, I have just a couple of turns to find a Fireball before I lose the game. Actually, Flame Strike would also catch me back up, although he still has so many cards, it wouldn't even be relevant. Alright, we need a Fireball right here. Fireball stat. Okay, this is starting to get ugly. Frostbolt. No! Oh, I'm 1 damage away from killing him. Fuck me sideways. Well, here's a situation where you have to play to your outs. The only way that I can win this game is just by trying to race my opponent down. That's the only way I can win. So, even though it might seem crazy to like leave this Violet Teacher alive, if I kill it and he's just allowed to keep on healing, it's over. It's just totally over. So I have to play to my outs. I have to keep trying to draw my Fireball, another Frostbolt if I have it, and just hope for the best. Alright, he's smacking me pretty hard. So is it going to be the other Fireball? It is not. Alright, am I dead next turn? What is this? 9? I'm very, very dead. Even if I Frostbolt this, I'm still dead. Yep, that's the game. Well, you know, that's how it goes sometimes. I had very few cards left in my deck. It's a little bit unfortunate that I didn't find that other Fireball. But, that's how it goes sometimes. I got him down to 1 health. Priest Hero ability, pretty good ability. Let him survive. Holy Nova doing a heal also let him survive, and, you know, he found the card he needed, I didn't find the card I needed, and that's a loss. I think that's okay, though. I think if you go into the arena with the attitude of you always want to get 9-0, and you draft these like super like risky aggressive decks hoping to crush all your opponents, it's not a good strategy. Go 9-1, go 9-2, go 8, go 7. It's fine. It's okay to lose a few games as long as your deck is strong enough to win the majority of its games. All right, so it was a well fought loss. Good game of my opponent, Anilogas. Let's play a Warlock. I don't know why there are so many Warlocks. They're not particularly great, I don't think. So it kind of baffles me why people play with them so much. But here we are. We got Monkey Cap. We'll actually keep the Blizzard against Warlocks because it kills Blood Imps, and I hate that creature a lot. And yes, I will make crazy decisions like that, but I think it's worth it. I think if your opponent's got a Blood Imp, having a way out around it is important. Alright, not a bad start, all things considered. Warlocks have plenty of ways to kill this creature. Shadow Bolt, Shadow Fire, Demon Fire, Drain Life, all of it will kill it. He's got a pretty aggressive start here, but that's fine by me. Let's put this down. Probably going to end up trading, unless of course he has the Demon Fire, etc. stuff. Even if so, I'll play the Wolf down just to trade against this guy. You know, when your opponent starts with a 3-2 on turn 1, you need to respect that and try to trade off against it. Oh, actually, hang on. I don't need... Yeah, I don't need the Wolf. I can actually just use my Harvest Golem. Anyway, all that's a moot point because this creature actually survived. My opponent made the right play. He hit me because he knows that I want to make this trade. I will play the Harvest Golem here. It's pretty good right now. It trades against the Kobold and survives, and even after it dies, it still brings back a 1-1. I'm very happy I picked this. I forget what I could have taken instead. I think it was like... Shoot, I can't... Oh, it was... I know! It was an Ironfur Grizzly I could have taken instead. I'm definitely happier to have that right here, so... That was good. We got a 4-drop for next turn. That's fantastic. And if you play something with Divine Shield, of course, I will stop everything to drop my Blood Knight, but... sadly, you can't really count on using that Blood Knight too much for its ability. It's just not very frequently that can come up. Alright, pretty good start to the game so far. Let's swing. I'm actually going to play the Yeti rather than the Violet Teacher because it is a little bit of a harder hitter. And I don't have any spells to play. It's very unlikely I'm going to play Blizzard next turn. Very, very, very unlikely. Alright, so my opponent had an aggressive start. He had 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drops, and all that being considered. I'm holding up pretty well. I've got the board advantage here, 6 cards to his 7, which is totally fine, and I got Blizzard coming up in case he floods the board with a bunch of junk. Blizzard, by the way, is really good. I think it's the best of the deal 2 damage spells. You know, Paladins have Consecration, Clerics have Holy Nova, Priests have Holy Nova, but I think this is the best one because it freezes the minions, so you can, like, stop the enemy team in its tracks, and, you know, buy yourself some time to win the race or Ice Lance or just, you know, give yourself another chance to draw it out. It's just really good even if it's not killing stuff. My opponent actually obliged me and played a Scarlet Crusader. This must be very frustrating because not only do I steal that and make a Divine Shield, but I also get to pop it. Now, there's no particular lesson here other than sometimes life fucking sucks. I mean, you can't, like, not play a Scarlet Crusader on turn 4, or, like, not draft Scarlet Crusaders because the Blood Knight's in the game. I mean, that's part of the charm of Hearthstone, is sometimes incredibly random things happen that are very improbable and that screw you over or are incredibly awesome, and you just have to roll with it. Scarlet Crusader is a fantastic card. You know, just because there's an epic that screws it doesn't make it bad. Alright, Hellfire seems like a bit of a desperation move. I mean, these two creatures are still quite alive here. Yeah, let's go ahead and... Well, do I want to put more stuff on the board if he has another Hellfire? So let's see, another Hellfire would actually kill both of these creatures. And pretty much everything I could play except for the Violet Teacher. So okay, we're going to play the Wolf. This does make me a little bit more vulnerable to Hellfire. The Wolf also dies. But the Violet Teacher would survive. And it's worth noting that Hellfire deals damage to all characters, so it would hurt him as well, and then the Violet Teacher plus my hero ability would finish him off, unless he had a follow-up plan for his remaining 2 mana. Okay, so this is a pretty good game. Helped a little bit by my 6/6 for 3 mana guy. This is, by the way, why I will often take the Blood Knight. It doesn't seem all that impressive. I forget what other epics I could have chosen instead of it, but it's a pretty nice one because it's a 3/3 for 3, which is okay, and sometimes it'll just win you the game. Coin and Defender of Argus, go bye-bye. Not that it matters much because this is his last turn. He's gonna kill my Yeti. I don't know why he did that. I would have killed the bigger creature. But whatever, he loses either way, it's fine. Let's just go ahead and swing a doodle-doo. Right, confidence building game after the sort of sad loss against the priest. This is a good lesson, by the way. When you have a mediocre epic pick, take the Blood Knight, because sometimes it'll just randomly win you the game. Cards that are like always decent, or even always a little bit, just a little bit below average, but will sometimes randomly win you the game, are nice to have, because over the course of your life playing Hearthstone, you will sometimes win the game because of those cards. This is one of the things where I think a lack of math knowledge kind of hurts some people in games like Hearthstone. A lot of people seem to think that if something is really unlikely, it's never going to happen. That's not how you have to look at it. If something is unlikely, it will happen. It's guaranteed to happen. Because if it never happened, it wouldn't be unlikely. It would be impossible. So it's unlikely that the Blood Knight is going to steal Divine Shield, but it will definitely sometimes happen. Okay, so we have Mana Worm, which is great. I think I will keep the Wolf around, but let's fish for our other Mana Worm just for laughs. Nope, no other Mana Worm, and no good spells that I really want to play early in the game either. The Flame Strike was good later, I guess. Luckily we have the coin to buff our Mana Worm, and that should just be fine. Uh-oh, my opponent seems to have a turn 1 play. Ah, jeez. Well, this is interesting. I could coin kill it, but then I'm wasting the potential of the Mana Worm. Let's actually just play the Mana Worm. So it trades against this guy. Yeah, it's at 1 life. Yeah, the reinforcement will kill it, but I think I'd rather put it on the board and just have something here than squander the coin just to kill his stupid leper gnome. Alright, he's putting out a reinforcement, which is a good play. Whoa! I think that was a strategic mistake, because you really want to kill this. You really want to deal the 2 damage to the Mana Worm here, so that a reinforcement can finish it off later. Granted, on my turn, I can like hero ability, finish off the recruit, and you know, keep my 1/1 around. But the problem is that like if I have other plays to make, using the hero ability stops me from making them. So I think that he kind of got a little bit greedy there with the damage. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and kill off his leper gnome. Kill off the recruit, because you don't want to let paladins keep random minions around. Pass the turn. So now I don't really have much to do, unfortunately. These are all very late game / conditional plays. I can at least play the wolf. Wisp. Wisp. Well, I'm gonna optimistically assume this was just a bad pack, but I have a feeling that Mr. Chance the Paladin might be maybe not a Sunday afternoon casual, but like a Monday night business casual. I don't know. This seems a little bit questionable. Both not running into my Mana Worm and playing the Wisp. Ah, I've seen this combo before. It's the infamous Wisp Master Swordsmith combo. I've actually seen this very combo before. So what do we want to do here? I could Fire Blast and kill this thing. Actually, that seems totally fine. That seems very fine. We're just going to do it. Now, this secret is probably Noble Sacrifice. Do I want to lose a Mana Worm to Noble Sacrifice? Not particularly. Oh man, there's nothing else I have nothing else to fish out Mana or Noble Sacrifice though anytime soon. I think that's just gonna have to be how it is though. If this is like eye for a frickin' eye or something stupid, then so be it. But I don't want to lose a Mana Worm to Noble Sacrifice like that. We'll let him kill a Mana Worm if he wants to. Alright, for 4 mana, he's just making a recruit and doing something else, maybe? So it's a pretty weak turn for 4 mana. You could be doing lots of better things. He's smacking me for 1. Alright, he seems pretty content to buff 1 toughness creatures that I then kill with my hero ability. Let's go ahead and do that. Still don't want to lose my Mana Worm to Noble Sacrifice, so we'll play out our wolf. It currently is surviving. Oh! Repentance! Oh, it's not Noble Sacrifice. Well then! Now I will attack. So that means the Master Swordsmith can, of course, kill the Direwolf Alpha, but then die to my hero ability the next turn. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Consecration will kill my Mana Worm and the wolf as well. What? Okay, this must mean he has a bad draw because this is a bit of a waste against the humble Direwolf Alpha, who is already weakened down to 1 health. What a strange game this is turning out to be. Okay, well, let's think about my life here. I could just play Blizzard, freeze his stuff, kill 2 of his 3 things. Granted, this is not a real card, but look at my hand. My hand is gigantic. I have so many cards. It's crazy. The question is, do I want to use Blizzard or Frost Nova? If I use Frost Nova, I have enough mana to then play this guy. If I use Blizzard, I can actually coin out an Ice Lance, but that's dumb. If I don't Frost Nova here, and my Mana Worm's gonna die. Okay, let's actually use the Frost Nova right here. We'll save the Blizzard for later. So we'll Frost Nova here, grow my Mana Worm a little bit. We will think very carefully. Let's actually play maybe Loot Hoarder? Yeah, let's play... No, let's use my most of mana. Let's play the Blood Knight. Save the coin for later. Swing. Pass turn. There is a risk, of course, that he'll play something with Divine Shield, like a Sunwalker right now, and I'll be very, very sad. But that's the risk I'm willing to take. On my next turn, I can freeze everything again with Blizzard and have a mana left over to Ice Lance. So if he plays a big creature here, I can actually deal 6 total damage to it. Hammer of Wrath, huh? Okay. So he's gonna kill my guy, draw a card. And make a reinforcement.
Reporting for duty.
Okay, Fireball seems a little bit overkill here. I could just Blizzard, honestly. I still have Flame Strike in the wings and a Fireball. The main disadvantage to Blizzarding is that then this Ice Lance, misses its combo piece. Any alternative to Blizzarding? I mean, I could coin Stormwind Champion, make this a 4-3, swing at him. Seems silly. Let's just go ahead and Blizzard up. Grow my Mana Worm. Let's just go ahead and coin out to grow my Mana Worm some more. Finish that guy off, swing. So all things considered, he's got 5 cards to my 5 cards, but I have a creature on the board, but he has the play, so I have the advantage on the board. He has the initiative. But I've got some pretty good plays. I mean, I have removal, mass removal, big dude. Iron Big Owl, alright. Fair play, sir, fair play. Pine-sized Summoner. And a recruit. He's making a lot of those recruits. It seems like he grafted a very quote-unquote aggressive deck with lots of cheap creatures, which isn't that great. Okay, I'm not afraid of this Pine-sized Summoner. He's got 8 freaking mana. So what I'm going to do is drop my big guy. Just going to totally ignore his creatures here. If he wants to, Blessing of Kings and trade into my Stormwind Champion, he's welcome to do it. But I couldn't have stopped him anyway. I could have killed the Pine-sized Summoner, sure, but then it just makes it easier for him to kill off my Mana Worm anyway. So let's see what he's got with his 4 cards. Hopefully it's a lot of cheap stuff, and then I can just Flame Strike GG. We'll see. Hammer of Wrath, that's half his mana for not even killing this and drawing a card. Happy to see that. Oh, is he gonna 3-for-1 himself here? Hammer of Wrath, creature, recruit. Alright, now that wasn't so bad. I mean, he drew a card with the hammer, the 1/1 guy is a free card, and then the owl did its job, silencing the Mana Worm. So it's not like that was terrible for him, but still, that wasn't great either. It wasn't quite the turnaround that he needed right here. The Farseer, alright, gives him back some health, and of course, another recruit.
Reporting for duty.
Alright, Violet Teacher. Okay, well, I think what we'll do is play the Violet Teacher. Let's build my own Silverhand recruits. We'll Frostbolt his big guy. And I think I actually will just kill a Pine-sized Summoner now that I have board advantage again. He's got 4 cards to my 4 cards, but I have an edge on the board, so it seems good. We're tied on life. Let's see if he's got something with which to turn this around. A legendary would definitely turn the game around for him here. One of those big legendaries would do the trick very nicely. Failing that, though, I should be able to coast it out and win on card advantage. That is also a good card. This guy has the distinct disadvantage, though, of him and his Squire dying to Flame Strike. Which I'll probably end up casting this turn. Looks like he's either got weird cards that he can't play, or is playing around Flame Strike. Humility, ah. Alright, that reduces the attack by 2, not the end of the world, by any means. And a secret, okay. Well, now that I drew my other Flame Strike, I think this Flame Strike is definitely worth playing. Usually the best way to deal with secrets is to swing with your weakest creature. Let's see if that's Noble Sacrifice. Look at that, it's Noble Sacrifice. Alright. We'll swing, and I'm going to put a Loot Hoarder down. It dies to Consecration, but it draws me a card, and I would like some cards here. I have answers, but I don't have any questions. So it'd be nice to be able to put some more stuff on the board. Drawing a Boulder Fist Ogre or my other Stormwind Champion would be pretty spectacular here. Alright, man, he just wants to play. He's like, I'm a paladin. I'm just going to play with 1/1s. Going to play with 1/1s all day, baby, all day. Alright, do I want to use my other Flame Strike? It would just totally clean him out. I still have a Fireball. He's only going to be playing one threat at a time, really. That might be worth it. Okay, we'll do it. We'll do this. Play my other Flame Strike. Grow, get a 1/1, grow my Mana Worm. Smack him. Alright, I think that might be a Rage Quit. That Flame Strike wasn't that great, but it was good enough. Chance the Paladin. Man, what's up with these like weird nouns? I've seen Chance, Pride, I think I've seen like Price. Man, interesting names. And of course we also have I should make like a little category, like a little booklet of odd names I see in Hearthstone. There's like the column for like boring names like Ricky and Lewis. Then there's the column for random nouns like Chance. Why can't anyone have cool names? Well, why can't everyone have cool names? Some people have cool names, like Borissimo. That's a pretty cool name. When I played League of Legends with the name Borissimo, sometimes people would ask me if I was Italian, and I'd be like, nope, sorry. Zangjai! Alright, I am sadly going first, so no coin for this Mana Worm. This guy's a bit slow. This guy, I'm going to keep. I want to make sure I have a good turn 4 play. I feel a little bit secure with this thing, because at least I have some early game presence. Granted, mages have 1,000,001 ways to kill the Mana Worm, but I do want to keep this around to have it on turn 4. Now, hopefully I can get something to play on turn 2 or 3. If not, then I will regret not mulliganing this. This replacement for my mulligan followed by this as my first turn draw were both a little bit sad. Showwind Yeti is a quality card that just makes me wish I had mulliganed the Water Elemental, because they both do the same function. It's a bit of a slow start here, no question about it. My opponent still has this coin, and there it goes. What is that going to be for 3 mana? Wolf Rider, maybe? Harvest Golem, good answer to the Mana Worm for sure. Can I please get something? Oh gosh, well, I guess we're playing another Mana Worm. Yeah, we'll smack this Harvest Golem. It might not matter, but a point of damage is even less likely to matter. So now you can Harvest Golem, hero ability, finish off one of my Mana Worms. Oh, so sad that I wasn't going second. So sad. Okay, well, let's go ahead and finish this off with my Mana Worm. The 2/1 that spawns can, of course, finish this off, as can the hero ability, but I don't mind dropping a big creature on the board. I don't think it was worth passing on the turn just to kill this 2/1, you know? And if he spends half his mana killing my defunct Mana Worm, I'm alright with that, too. He's got lots of cards here. He's got 7 cards. Oh, Fireball. Alright, that's pretty good. At least this guy survives, right? Alright, smart move. He thinks I'm going to make this trade, and in fact, I am. Unless I get something. Nope. So we're going to play my other big drop, and we're just going to go ahead and do this trade. Very close game here. So he's got 7 cards to my 5, and the initiative. But I do have a creature already out on the board, and it's a pretty big one. Without another Polymorph or a Fireball, he was not going to be able to get rid of it. This Frost Elemental is really great, too, coming up. And then these 2 Stormwind Champions, if I can live to be so lucky. As a bonus, everything I have survives Flame Strike, which is pretty sweet. Ah, Secret. Uh-oh. This could be really bad. Most things this could be are pretty bad. Well, that's actually not true. So let's think. Mirror Entity, if I play Frost Elemental, definitely bad. Vaporize, not the end of the world. Ice Armor, hooray, you're playing a terrible card. And then all the Spellbender, Ice Block, Counterspell stuff. Not super great. So I could play the Direwolf Alpha to kind of work around Mirror Entity, but that seems kind of silly. Let's go ahead and see if it's Vaporize or Ice Armor. It is one of those. Vaporize, he had the rare. Good for him. Okay. Well, I think even though this is a bit of a waste, it's putting a 5/5 on the board. And I think that was better than playing a wolf and calling it a day. So next turn I can play the Storm and swing for 6, which is, pretty good. It'll take out most taunts. Polymorph. Right, he had the Fireball and the Polymorph. I never saw these in the draft. Really can't complain, though, when you see as many Fireballs as I have. You can't complain about not seeing any Polymorphs. Stormwind Champion, man! This card has been a little bit sad for me. Do I want to actually play these two creatures out first? Yeah, I guess I do, just to already have something on the board to buff when I do play the Stormwind Champion. I just hate playing a 6/6 for 7 and then playing other stuff behind it and then having to wait another turn for it to actually be able to attack. We'll wait. So Frost Nova is getting really good here. It gives me a 1/1 from the Violet Teacher, plus, if he plays a bunch of stuff, I can just freeze the board, give myself another turn. I only have 8 mana, though, so I don't actually want to play Frost Nova next turn. I want to play Stormwind Champion. But after that, I want to play Frost Nova and then another Stormwind. Okay, so he just drew some stuff. God, I wish I had 9 mana. It'd be really great if I had 9 mana, then I could, Frost Nova and Stormwind Champion. I think Stormwind Champion is just fine, though, here. Alright, do I want to kill his stuff? Or do I want to hit him for 8 damage? Down to 19 health. I don't think I want to play this yet. You know what? I'm actually just going to kill his stuff. He can finish off the wolf either with the boar or with the fire blast, his choice. I'm alright with that, though. I'm fine with that. If he flame strikes here, this guy survives. If he plays a bunch of other stuff, I can Frost Nova. Oh, no! Jesus fucking Christ, that was so good. The wolf's buff made my Stormwind Champion die to the Big Game Hunter. Ugh. Well, you can't play around Big Game Hunter. It's an epic. I mean, I wasn't going to, put the Stormwind Champion on the wrong side of the wolf, just in case he had Big Game Hunter, but that was sad. So, that's a little bit unfortunate. Now he's probably going to Hero Ability finish off the wolf. Or if he has something for 5 mana, he'll probably use the board to finish off the wolf. Either way, the wolf is dead. Jesus, that was so frustrating. Well, he might come back. He's got huge advantage now. He's got 7 cards to my 4. There is no question about it. He's got a good lead. I could draw Flame Strike. That'd be pretty sweet. Secret. If that's Mirror Entity, I'm so deep trouble. Fuck, if that's Mirror Entity. Let's see, how desperate of a situation am I in? I'm in a pretty desperate situation, I think. Well, let's think. I could kill the Sorcerer's Apprentice. This goes down to 1 health. Could buff it with the Defender of Argus. And the Abusive Sergeant? Nope, I just have to hope it's not Mirror Entity. Thank goodness. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll kill the creature like this. The reason I'm doing it this way is it leaves me at 2 health, so it can't just finish me off with the hero ability. My hope is then I can also trade this in for the Big Game Hunter. No need to play the Abusive Sergeant yet, so what we'll do is we're just gonna pop the Big Game Hunter like that. So if he doesn't decide to trade, if he decides to race or something, I can finish the Big Game Hunter off. Well, it's not Mirror Entity, but I haven't attacked his face yet, so I don't know if it's Vaporize or Ice Armor, and I haven't played any spells, so I don't know if it's Spellbender. Second Polymorph? Motherfucker. Well, I mean, that's life. I still have my Flame Strikes and my own Fireball to draw. He's gonna trade off. That's smart. Raid Leader. Well, that's actually good. That's a sign of a little bit of desperation just to play a naked Raid Leader. Blood Knight. I can't be picky and choosy here. We're gonna have to, God, what if he has Flame Strike? Everything dies to Flame Strike. Crap. Alright, we'll just play this. And we'll do this. We'll pop that guy. Bastard. We'll leave the Abusive Sergeant at home. But if he has a Flame Strike, this game's probably over. Unless I draw my own Flame Strike and he plays a bunch of creatures. But if this is getting likely to be... Well, I haven't actually attacked him still, so it could still be Counter Spell, or Ice Block, or Vaporize, or any of that stuff. It would suck if that were Counter Spell. If this is Spellbender, that's okay, because Spellbender redirects a targeted spell. Counterspell will just counter any spell. He's holding a lot of cards and has 6 mana, so he's either playing around Flame Strike or he has a lot of removal. If I draw Flame Strike, I will just play it here. Kills 2 of his creatures, totally fine. I need to take any bit of card advantage I can get. Blizzard? Well, there's 2 risks to Blizzard. One is Counterspell. The other problem is it leaves this guy with 2 health, so it's not that great. I could Frost Nova, try to fish out the Counterspell, but then I'm sort of wasting the Frost Nova. Huh. I could, of course, just run the Defender of Argus in to the Dwarf. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to attack, see if it's Ice Armor or Vaporize. It's neither of those. Okay, so we know it's not Mirror Entity, we know it's not Ice Armor or Vaporize. So it's either Ice Block, Counterspell, or Spellbender. Spellbender I don't care about, but Counterspell would be a real bitch. I don't want to lose Blizzard to it. But if I Frost Nova and it's not Counterspell, I'm just going to waste the Frost Nova, which is kind of sad. Well, okay, if it's Frost Nova and it isn't Counterspell, then I'll know that next turn I can Blizzard safely. Aha. So we're going to play the Frost Nova then. Okay, it apparently is not Counterspell. This is the saddest turn ever. I'm going to work this guy down a little bit. Reason being, next turn I can Blizzard, finish it off with Hero Ability. So I've got 3 cards to his 5, plus he has a secret in play, which is either Spellbender or Ice Block. If it's Ice Block, that means after I kill him he gets an extra turn. If it's Spellbender, then, that's also really great. I don't have that many targeted spells. Okay, so he used Blizzard to kill 1 creature. That's fine. Alright, so Fireball will get blocked out by a Spellbender. Well, let's go ahead and return the favor. So, this is potentially really bad, because first of all, he has an extra card, but second of all, he's to play, and third of all, this could be a Spellbender. What Spellbender does is when you cast a spell that targets something, it redirects the spell. So then, like, if I try to Flames Fireball this Gurubashi, the Fireball would just get wasted. Harvest Golem, huh? Alright, we'll just throw the Harvest Golem down. And we'll hold on to the... Ah, jeez. How much longer can I fish for a spell? Do I really dare to hope that that's Ice Block? Ice Block is so bad. This is a good player. I really don't think he would draft a bad card like Ice Block. Maybe there was nothing better. Maybe he was experimenting. I can't kill this Gurubashi by conventional means. I can deal 4 damage with pumped up with the abusive, and then 5 with the hero ability. Ah, crap. So the question is, do I lose if I don't fireball this thing right now? I mean, I get hit for 5 damage, not the end of the world. Yeah, we'll just hit him.
Hello.
Pass the turn. So this gives me an extra chance to draw Ice Lance or some other thing I don't care about to redirect to fish out the Spellbender. He's going to kill my Harvest Golem, which I'm actually okay with. Oh no, he's going to finish it off with the hero ability. Okay, I'm actually not okay with that. Ah, crap. Well, let's see what he's playing. He's got removal, it seems. Alright, Flame Strike. Alright, we're going to see if it's Spellbender. Fuck. Spellbender. Alright, so at least we got that out of the way. Now, what I can do here is he's going to hit me for 8 damage, sure, but now it's at 4 health, so it does die to Flame Strike, so if he plays some more creatures, if he decides for some reason that if I had Flame Strike I would have already played it, he might play some more creatures down. Oh no! That survives Flame Strike! Fuck me, sideways. That's bad. That's bad. Well, I have to Flame Strike anyway, there's just no choice. Questing Adventurer, sure.
Give me a quest.
Oh boy, getting hit down to 11 health against a mage is bad, especially because he's been holding cards for a while. One of those might be a Pyroblast. He actually wins if he's holding a Pyroblast. He can just attack me down to 11, hero ability, Pyroblast. GG.
Well played.
That seems to be what he's doing. Direwolf Alpha. You could also have like 2 fireballs. Something wacky like that. Ah, that Spellbender was pretty good. Gotta admit, that's a 3rd polymorph from this jerk face. Boo, I say. Boo. Killing the sheep is smart. It stops me from killing his Gurubashi. Alright, looks like he doesn't actually have the Pyroblast or anything. But, Ice Lance. Ah, too little, too late. Alright, well, the game's not technically over, so we'll do this. We're gonna work it down. I mean, my odds of winning here are infinitesimal. Just infinitesimal. He hits me for at least 4 fireball. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's over. Double fireball for the victory. Alright, well played.
Well played.
Oh my god. You know, I had good cards there. It was just, he had so much removal. What can I say? Lots and lots of removal, and he had a little bit more than I did, so he won. Alright, 5 and 2 is a little bit depressing, but this deck is still really good. I lost very, very hard-fought battles, so against anything less than the absolute best decks, I have a very good chance of winning. Let's take a sip of Good Luck Water. Man, Spellbender. Is that my next lesson as Mage? Take Spellbender? I don't know. I feel like if I could have just won with my creatures because they didn't have so much removal, Spellbender would have been totally irrelevant. Like, I played like 2 Stormwind Champions that game. Did I play a Frost Elemental? I'm pretty sure I played a Frost Elemental too. It just all got killed. Bryant! Oh, jeez. It's the arena of Lewis and Bryant. Okay. Well, we're second. If we can get a Mana Worm, that'd be great. No Mana Worm here. How much do I want to fish for a Mana Worm? Not too much. Let's actually play these 2 drops if I don't get my Mana Worm. Hang on to them. Ah, look, I got a Mana Worm anyway. Fantastic. I could even top deck a Mana Worm. Or an Abusive Sergeant. Aw, Boulder Fist Ogre. Mana Worm, yay! Now, it's awkward. I don't actually have any use for the coin. So, what I might do is turn 3, like, Defender of Argus with the coin, maybe? This was actually probably okay. I'm done with that. Shamans don't really deal 2 damage. Well, except with the Stormforged Axe. So, any of the other 3 Tomans I couldn't have killed like this. That was the only one that I could actually kill. We're going to play the Loot Hoarder in case he has Forked Lightning. Because Forked Lightning would just kill the Fairy Dragon and the Mana Worm, GG. Well, not GG, but good times. This, at least, gives me a card after dying. Don't really mind seeing the Harvest Golem. This is a good time for coin. And Defender of Argus. So, I don't actually want to kill this thing, is the funny part. What I want to do is swing by, then next turn trade the Loot Hoarder into it and have mana left over to finish off the 2-1 with my hero ability. Problem is if I actually have the Harvest Golem now, the 2-1 would pop, and then it could actually attack into my Mana Worm, and if he has like a shock of some kind, he would be able to finish the Mana Worm off. I want to make it a little bit difficult for him. The thing about the original Harvest Golem is it has the same power, so it's like trading potential is exactly as good as the thing it spawns, so you don't necessarily want to hurry to kill those things. What is that? Rockbiter weapon? Hex. Ooh, Hex. I'm really happy to see that, honestly. Lightning Bolt or a Rockbiter weapon would have killed that just fine for 2 less mana, so this is pretty good. Good start for me here. After he trades into my Loot Hoarder, I will be able to finish it off with my hero ability, play the Fairy Dragon. I think that was a little bit of a tactical error. Should have probably killed my Frog while I had the chance. Maybe he was hoping that I'd have a turn 4 play, and I do actually. Violet Teacher would be great. But I don't have any, and notice how next turn for 5 mana I've got nothing to do, so I might as well have a value play here. Kill that creature. Play Fairy Dragon. Pass turn. So next turn for 5 mana I play the Violet Teacher until I get to my really good 6 and 7 mana drops. So what he's got, 6 cards to my 7. So I have a pretty solid advantage. Ooh, that bespeaks of a weak hand. Because this, when there are 2 creatures on the board with 3 power, is not a great play. Especially when I can kill it with the Fairy Dragon right now. Yeah, this is unfortunate for him, because I can trade here. The Fairy Dragon had 2 toughness, and it died to the Stormforged Axe. That's why I didn't want to leave it on the board. So I'm going to play or smack him with the Defender. Drop a Violet Teacher. This is very strong here. My Fireball is, within Whisper's breath of killing my opponent, and the Stormforged Axe is doing him no good. Plus, I think he's overloaded because he played this last turn. He only has 5 mana. 5 mana is critical because 6 mana is where Shamans get good stuff like Fire Elemental. And, well, just that, I guess. Alright, so he silences, so it's not making any more dudes. I'm alright with that. That's totally fine. What we're going to do is play Frost Elemental, stop this guy from attacking. And we're just going to try to race him down. So now, if I can just deal 6 damage, Fireball finishes the game. Totem? If it's a taunt, that'll give him another turn. Nope, spell power. If he has like a lightning storm, that would be pretty good. Actually, no, these 5 drops will survive. Yep. Alright. Didn't even need my endgame cards, but it was nice to have them. It was nice to have them. Frost Elemental, guys, it's good. If you haven't been taking it, start taking it. Alright, that was a pretty nice confidence-boosting game after a hard-fought loss against a fellow mage. Let's see if we can get our 7th win. Close out this arena with another success story in the books. I want to talk a little bit while we're going into the next game about the upcoming about the upcoming patch. Pretty much the only change they're making that's significant is Battle Rage. Now, instead of costing 3 mana and drawing a card for each damaged character, it costs 2 mana and draws a card for each damaged friendly character. I think it's actually a really good change. Some people are like whining about it and saying the card's terrible. It's not terrible. If you and one of your minions is damaged, you get to draw 2 cards for 2 mana. That's pretty solid. And if you have 2 damaged minions and you yourself are damaged, then it gives you 3 cards for 2 mana, which is still spectacular. Uh-oh, this is not good. This is a pretty weak hand here. So I want to play the Loot Hoarder, because even though the hero ability kills it, it draws me a card and takes up time for my opponent, Korthus here. But I didn't get any of my early plays here. So this could be another slog if this mage has a lot of removal like the other mage. I might bow out at a very distressing 6 wins in this arena. We'll see. Alright, no turn 1 play for him. Gurubashi Berserker is good to see. Other than stampeding Kodos and polymorphs, mages aren't the best at killing Gurubashi Berserkers, but this is not coming down for a while, so we're both having a pretty slow start. Oh, that would have been good to have a little moment ago. Well, I'm going to try to use up all my mana here and play the Acolyte of Pain. There is a risk that he'll play like an Ironfur Grizzly or something, and this guy just won't stack up, but I'll take that risk. I don't want to leave mana hanging over when my start is already so as slow as it is. Worst case scenario, he plays something and I can ping it and draw a card. Move on with my life. Alright, that's interesting. Does he have a 1 mana drop? I wouldn't actually. Interesting. Well, we're going to do a little change of plans here. Let's go ahead and kill this Knife Juggler. So we can draw a card. And I have this play here. It's not as big of a play as the Violet Teacher would have been, but I'm alright with that. I'm putting some pressure on the board here. He's got 8 cards to my 6, but I have a 7th card on the board. And I've got pretty good plays coming up, which again, as we learned last time against Mage, doesn't necessarily mean anything. So he's just putting a monkey in my way. So here, I could attack into it. Hero ability, finish it off. Doesn't seem quite right though, because then I can't play anything else on the board. So what we're going to do is the following. I'm going to play the Violet Teacher. Do I want to play the Gurubashi Berserker? Oh, it's a tricky call here, actually.
What to do? What to do?
Let's actually play the Gurubashi. It uses up more of my mana. And pass a turn. So basically, if I attack into this, he can attack right back and not have to use the hero ability to kill my Sorcerer's Apprentice. What I'm doing by not attacking is saying, if you want to kill the Sorcerer's Apprentice, you have to attack me and use your hero ability, which is 2/5 of your mana. So basically, I'm making him pay the mana if he wants to kill me dead. Alright, he's got something for 6 mana. Looks like it's a Fireball. Yep, okay, all things considered, he spent a coin, a Fireball, and his entire turn just to kill my 5-drop. So that's fine. This play, I'm not a super big fan of, because what it allows me to do is play this, hero ability to kill that, and then swing for 3. If he had just attacked me, I would have had to attack into the monkey and hero ability to finish it off, so that would have just been 3 less damage on his face. 3 damage probably won't matter, but I mean, it's a non-zero amount of damage. You don't just want to give that away if you can possibly avoid it. Perhaps he thought I'd have removal for the monkey, and then putting this down to 1 health would let him hero ability me to death, even if I didn't attack the monkey. But why would I use removal on that stupid monkey? Ah, the Mad Bomber. Man, I don't have very good luck with those. The 3rd one got me. Okay, it's gonna be one of those games, huh? Gonna be one of those games. Well, luckily I have lots of mass removal, single removal, all kinds of removal. You name it, I got it. Let's just see what my opponent's got. He's already played, what, 2 Fireballs? And yeah, he's played 2 Fireballs. So how much more removal can he have here? I haven't played any of my removal. I've just been playing like an honest, hardworking man. I've just been playing my creatures, just trying to, do my own thing, enjoy life, have a good time. I'm not going around killing his stuff. He's the one who's being all sketchy with the fireballs and the fire blast. Okay, I have used fire blast. I can't hold it against him. Alright, anyway, that's enough whining. Let's go ahead and see what my opponent's got to play as I vandalize the map. I just learned recently there's a church bell in here. I did not know that. Ah, mirror image. Okay, well, I think Flame Strike is going to be just fine here. I could, of course, Cone of Cold and Ice Lance, but, I mean, it just seems totally fine to play Flame Strike, especially because all my stuff, like, costs a bajillion. So I'm killing 3 real cards, Mirror Image, Azure Drake, and the Bomber. Now, the Bomber did his job already, but the other 2 haven't, so it's card advantage. Don't go crazy trying to get, like, you know, epic returns on your global removal. If you can get 2-3 cards for Flame Strike, great. Don't, like, go balls to the walls. Now, I could have used Blizzard there. Problem is, it would have left the Azure Drake alive. I would have had to finish it off with Ice Lance. Let's save that for later. The advantage there with the Drake being alive is I could have also played the Fairy Dragon, but I think I'm okay with playing that a little bit later. Next turn, we can look forward to playing a Stormwind Champion and attacking with my Ogre. Alright, perfect. Cool thing about Blizzard, it'll actually freeze this guy. Let's think. If I Cone of Cold, I could... oh no, I can't play the Stormwind Champion with Cone of Cold, not enough mana. Alright, we're gonna play the Stormwind Champion. Now, the problem is, his 6/5 Tiger, pumped by the Raid Leader, actually trades into my Stormwind Champion. However, if I kill the Raid Leader, he can still kill the thing by hitting for 5 and finishing off with the hero ability. Actually, I'm fine with that. Let's just go ahead and smash him for 7 damage. And what we're going to do is apply pressure. We're going to put this on the board. And fast turn. Oh my god, that was a misplay. I should have put the Fairy Dragon in the middle because it can't be targeted. It would have stopped him from using Cone of Cold on my team. Oops, that could be a really critical mistake if he has Cone of Cold. Although he's probably going to trade anyway, so then he could have just Cone of Colded my Ogre directly. Alright, that also dies to Blizzard. Flame Strike, not quite good enough here. Oh, it is good enough if he also trades the Tiger, and I see what he did there. Ah, smart move, man, smart move. Okay, well now I regret playing my Fairy Dragon. That is too bad. Let's see, Questing Adventure is a bit sad here. It's just a 3/3. I mean, I could play spells, but pumping up a Questing Adventure seems a bit stupid. Well, anyway, let's actually play him. Basically, he's going to trade with the Sorcerer's Apprentice. That's fine. We'll just get some damage down on my opponent. I do have a Fireball. Ice Lance, Cone of Cold, Blizzard don't deal damage to my opponent. The only way I can deal damage to my opponent with Ice Lance is if I draw a Frost Elemental. But, I mean, I can get him into 6 health, then he's just 6 hero abilities away from dying. If I can hit him with even one of these creatures, I'll be in really good shape. Alright, what does he got with 4 cards? So they need to be pretty good cards here. This dies to Blizzard. I'm okay with that. That does not die to Blizzard. But that's not a very good card for mages, because mages typically aren't so aggressive as to make that worthwhile. Did he really just kill my 3/3? What has he got with his last mana? Wow! I think that was just a brain fart. Okay, so my opponent killed my vanilla 3/3 that does nothing, instead of killing my 3/3 that grows every time I play a spell. So I think that was can be reasonably called a mistake. What we'll do here is we'll play Cone of Cold to grow my Questing Adventure. We'll use the overpowered Ice Lance to kill that thing off. Grow my Questing Adventure some more. We'll play Shaman Yeti to grow in some more. And we'll swing. Notice I could not have actually killed my opponent because this is only a 6/6 due to me playing the Yeti. Had I not played the Yeti... Oh wait, I could have... Oh my god, could I have killed my opponent? Hang on. If I hadn't played the Yeti, I would have hit for 5. He would have been at 7 health. Oh no, because I only... Oh no! I had 6 mana. Shit, crap. I screwed up. I had 6 mana. I could have played Fireball, Hero Ability, finished off my opponent. That would have made up for the lack of the Questing Adventure. But anyway, my opponent screwed up for not killing my Questing Adventure. He took 3 extra damage there that he didn't need to take. Alright, Frost Nova buys him a turn. Even if I didn't have the Fireball, I would be in pretty good shape. But let's just go ahead and seal the deal. Give him a well-played, Korthus. He gives me a well-played back. What a humble polite opponent, and we're up to 7 wins. Woo! So we're getting probably 150 gold here. I find that while sometimes I get up as much as 190 at the 7-win mark, it's usually right around 150. So it'd be nice to get up to 8 wins. That can sometimes double your winnings compared to 7 wins. We'll see what we can do here. Spin, spin, spin goes the wheel. Golden cards can be disenchanted for a lot of dust. I find that I keep my golden cards around. Like, I know I should disenchant them, because I looked up the stats, and to get a complete set, you have to get a ridiculous number of packs, so you really do need to get that extra dust from the golden cards, but I just can't bring myself to do it. They're so pimp, yo. Alright, we're going to keep the wolf, but we're going to send the other cards back. I don't want to have such a slow start. It'd be nice to get something else. Oh, Jesus! This is actually just, like, totally worse than what I had. Well, at least the water elemental came back. Yay. Man, I got 2 mana worms in here. Why are they so shy? I guess I have seen them in a few games, but it'd be nice to get a little bit of a quicker start. Frost Nova, uh-oh. This is the problem with mages. You get all these good spells in the draft, you're like, ooh, I want all of these. And then you have these hands filled with spells. And so if your opponent removes your crap, you just suck. Okay, what has he got for 3 mana here? Could be really bad. Harvest Golem. Yep, that's real bad. There is no question about it. That is terrible. There's the mana worm. I could wolf in hero ability, finish it off, but then he's got a 2-1 left over. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of wacky play here. Let's play the mana worm. And, jeez. You know what? No. What we're going to do is we're going to do this. So if he attacks into my wolf, at least this thing will die, and then I can hero ability it next turn to kill it. And we'll pass the turn. Oh, that was really sad. Alright, just gonna kill my wolf, get this guy back. So that's 3 mana for his turn. Could do lots of things with that. He spent his coin already, at least, which is good. Okie dokie. I wonder.
We have many.
That's a pretty big guy. Luckily he didn't have a secret. Well, this mana worm is toast, so I'm just gonna kill that thing. Play my water elemental. Holds up very nicely against his Kirin Tor Mage. And we're holding on to a bunch of spells that actually aren't all that useful right now. I got the combo with Frost Nova and Ice Lance, but it's a bit weak this early in the game. Flame Strike is at least 3 turns away. And I don't even have any of my, like, 5 or 6 drops here. This is a bit of a rough start. That is a fact. So what have I got? 6 cards to 7. My opponent squeezed out a bit of card advantage with that Harvest Golem. Oh no, that's actually just the card he got for going second. Oh no! Dark Iron Dwarf. Making it rain, baby. Okay. Well, crap-a-doodle donkey ducks. Let's think. If I play Defender, I could Ice Lance this? Is that really what I want to do with my life? Problem is, the Mana Worm gets +1 attack, but it doesn't get any health. Oh, I do get health from the Defender, I suppose. Oh man, this just seems all kind of bad. If I play Defender, this guy will just run into me. Oh man. I could Frost Nova, so I could just 2-for-1 myself and kill the Dark Iron Dwarf. That's just like the most pathetic thing I've ever heard of. You know what? The Dark Iron Dwarf, it dies to Flame Strike, so what I'm actually going to do is just play the Loot Hoarder. Hold on to the Defender of Argus for a later time and date. And we'll ping the Dark Iron Dwarf to make my opponent think I don't have Flame Strike and pass the turn. So he could kill my mana worm, and then hero ability the Loot Hoarder. But hopefully then he'll also at some point overextend and I can Flame Strike on turn 7 and catch back up. It's a very slim hope, because obviously she knows I'm a mage, so she knows I might have Flame Strike. But this opening hand was just so bad, even after the mulligan, that it was hard for me to get back. I did not know there was a church bell for the longest time. Gurubashi Berserker, pretty good card. It does, of course, have the distinct advantage of surviving Flame Strike, which I now have 2 of. Do I want to play the Defender of Argus? Well, I think so, actually, because, yeah, I mean, it lets my Loot Hoarder trade for the Dwarf. And I don't want to wait for Flame Strike, because the Gurubashi Berserker causes problems for me. Alright, Stormwind Champion. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's not Frost Nova or anything. Let's just swing by. Hero ability it up. Now, the Defender of Argus can swing into the Gurubashi and then Flame Strike will finish it off, but I really don't even want to play Flame Strike is the thing. I actually just want to play Stormwind Champion. No! That's not good. That is the opposite of good. That is what we in the industry call bad. Secret. Oh, God. If that is a mirror entity, I'm in trouble. T-R-U-B-B-L-E, trouble. I could Frost Nova, Ice Lance, hero ability for 5 of my mana. Yeah, whatever, man. Whatever. Let's do that. Oh, it's a mirror entity. Well, good thing I didn't play Stormwind Champion. Jesus Christ. Okay, so I'm getting a bit of extra value out of this Frost Nova now. I freeze both of them. Alright, I could actually do this. I could, like, I could hero ability this, and then not Ice Lance, and then just clearly telegraph that I have Flame Strike, and not even worry about the fact that I'm telegraphing it, because I have 2 of them. Then, that might stop him from playing his cards. If he has big cards to play, then I'm just boned. But you know what? We'll do it. We'll telegraph the Flame Strike, pass turn, and then that might stop my opponent from playing stuff. Then I could Flame Strike, kill what he has on the board, and then he thinks, okay, he's played Flame Strike, and then he might play more stuff down and overextend against it, and then maybe I'll kill a bunch of all the rest of the stuff with my other Flame Strike. Yeah, it's a bit of a stretch. You know, it's a bit of a long shot, you know, but I think it's about the best chance I've got at winning this game. All right, he's working down my Mana Worm. So let's go ahead and play the Flame Strike I telegraphed. Pump up my Mana Worm a little bit. Swing for 3. He did get a card off the Loot Hoarder, so that was not by any means an overextension. I've got 5 cards to his 7, and he has the play, and my board is actually pretty weak, so I'd say that I'm in bad shape. But he might play something with Divine Shield. That could save me. He might have a bunch of, I don't know, everything he has either is creatures that he plays or stuff that kills a Mana Worm, so it's not like there's really any bad hand he could have here. Ah, Abomination. Well, that will take care of my Mana Worm, that is for sure. I could play the Stormwind Champion, drop the, oh, I can actually do both. What am I talking about? Ha, this is perfect. All right, we're going to hero ability, like this. Do that then to kill it. And then, I can either play these 2 guys, or I can play the Stormwind Champion. Let's play these 2 guys. Get some extra stuff onto the board. Yes, I'm missing the opportunity to steal Divine Shields, but then, like, if by some miracle my opponent doesn't play any taunts and doesn't kill my stuff, I can play Stormwind Champion, swing for 7, get him down to 12 health. It's pretty good. Ah! Fed Creeper. Oh, no, that's such good stuff in response to my stuff. Okay, I have to be honest, Fireball was pretty good right there. Let's play that. Let's actually, yeah, let's work down this Fire Elemental a little bit. Get it down to Flame Strike territory. Don't want to Ice Lance it? This would be ultra aggressive. Stop it from killing off my Blood Knight. That's an interesting proposition. I mean, the Ice Lance isn't that good. I don't have any freezy stuff here. I could get a Frost Elemental, then I could deal 4 damage to my opponent with Ice Lance. I'd be sad if that happened. But I think actually I want to keep this creature around. Let's go ahead and do this. The fact that he played creatures last turn instead of killing my stuff suggests that he might not have removal. So we'll freeze that, stop it from attacking me, hopefully be able to swing for 7 damage next turn and drop a 6/6 on the board. Ah, he has another Taunter. That's unfortunate. And a Swamp Ooze. Alright, and he's gonna hit me in the face. Interesting choice. Well, I've got options here. Blizzard, Well, let's see. So what I could do is play Flame Strike, hero ability, kill off his Water Elemental, swing for 5. Alternate plan, I could Stormwind Champion, this guy gets buffed to 4/4, kill that, swing for 3. But then, He still has this stuff to clear out my creatures. I think we have to use the other Flame Strike here. Flame Strike, hero ability, swing for 5. So I'm trying to race him down. Although actually I'm getting close in cards. I mean, he's got 5 in his hand to my 4 on the screen plus 1 after I draw. He's drawn 3 more cards than I have. So actually I have been getting a lot of value from my Flame Strikes and my other cards. This I'm actually totally fine with. Yeah, he draws cards, but whatever, man. I don't care. And that sheep actually is going to get to attack. Ice Lance! Touche, sir. Too frickin' shay. Alright, Cone of Cold. I don't want to use this to freeze this guy, stop him from attacking me. It's a bit dicey. Could just play the Stormwind Champion, swing for 2. Ah! And then still Cone of Cold that. Yeah, we're going to do this. I'm just trying to race him down here. Just trying to race him down, stop him from killing my stuff, and see if I can just steal the win here from out of his nose. He'd need Cone of Cold or Blizzard or Frost Nova to halt my team in its tracks. That could be... Oh, fuck. Fuck! Ah, he had the Cone of Cold. Damn everything. Mirror Image. Alright, well, the Blizzard takes care of the Mirror Image, although I'm really dismayed how many cards he's drawn off of that guy. Okay. Well, luckily I have a Blizzard. Fairy Dragon. It's probably not that relevant. Okay, let's actually play Blizzard. Yeah, gotta play the Blizzard here. Finish that guy off, and I'm gonna put my Fairy Dragon correctly in the middle. Stop him if he has another Cone of Cold, and same plan as before. We're hoping that we can just steal the win before his overwhelming card advantage, well, not overwhelming, but somewhat card advantage, catches up and lets him clear things out. So if he's got like fireballs and polymorphs and whatnot, he could just kill my stuff one by one and then live. He's got another one of those guys. Well, Arcane Missile is not going to save him here without some incredible luck. He would have had to hit this guy. Alright, 2 mana. Oh, he loses the game. That's it. He did not have the Frost Nova to buy him another turn. Well, let's just, I think he's checking to see if I forget to look for the win, which is correct. You should always do that. And well played. Good game, Cyrusy. I have to admit, I did get all of my removal in that game, which was very important to my victory. Both Flame Strikes and the Blizzard, and the Cone of Cold, and even the Ice Lance were very relevant to that victory. But hey, I didn't get him against the first mage I saw, so I'm not gonna, you know, reverse whine. I will give myself some credit for those cards that I got. Alright, well, one way or another, this is, of course, going to be the final game of the arena. Don't much care how this game turns out. I will, of course, try to win for those sweet, sweet pimp-ass golden cards at the 9-win level. But, if I lose, still get a bunch of gold, and that's great. Okay, we're... Ray. Who do we have here? Like, Lewis... Oh, I can't remember the middle person. Chuck? Was it Chuck? I don't think it was Chuck. Ray something dumb or other, and some other thing. But who was that other person? Lewis. Yes, Lewis, Ray, and something else. Okay, anyway. Greetings. This is a pretty good hand. The Direwolf Alpha will die if he has a Fiery War Axe, but the Harvest Golem holds up quite nicely. So does the Water Elemental. The Water Elemental is pretty sweet against warriors. If you can keep whacking him, you can keep freezing him. And then he can't swing at you with his weapons, which is pretty neat. Let's see if he has, of course, the turn 2 Fiery War Axes that many a warrior has played against me. No, he's just going to armor up. Well, at least unlike, to come back full circle, the first warrior that we played against in this arena used his coin to armor up. Luckily, this warrior did not do that. Next turn, I'll probably be playing the Water Elemental just because it's bigger than the Teacher, and I don't have any spells to play just yet. I'm going to also put the bigger guy down that has the relevant ability. Note that, by the way, if someone has armor and you don't get through all of it, you don't, like, deal actual damage to their health, it doesn't freeze them, which is a nifty thing that you might not know about armor. That's yet another one of the many reasons why you should always armor up after attacking. Okay, here's the coin. What is it, a Senjin Shieldmaster? That'd be very good right here. Eh? Ah, Weaponsmith. Pretty solid. Lets him kill my wolf. Turns off the buff. Makes it hard for me to kill his Weaponsmith. Sad. Alright, well, what I think we're going to do here is just play the Water Elemental and swing past. Like I mentioned before, the killing potential of the damaged golem is just as good as the killing potential of the harvest golem. So if he swings in like this and the 2-1 comes back, then I can run in hero ability, finish it off. He could also, of course, whack the golem with his creature and then kill me, but then I can use my hero ability. I don't actually want to use my hero ability next turn, because I have 4 drops and 5 drops, no 3 drops, but my opponent doesn't necessarily know that, so he might not want to risk that play. At any rate, it's something that he has to think about carefully. All in all, I'd say that I'm behind here. He's got lots of cards on the board, to my not as many. And that's a pretty good play here, actually. I don't have any silences in this deck. It survives fireballs. I have no polymorphs. Survives flame strike. Yeah, I'm officially behind in this game against the warrior. He had a slow start, but he's coming back in pretty good style here. Correctly, he's going to kill that guy before I can kill the weaponsmith, making me use my hero ability if I want to finish this off. All in all, this is a very solid play for my opponent so far, and I'm behind. Alright, what we're going to do is finish off this guy. Even though it means dying to the Drake, we're going to play the Gurubashi Berserker, simply because it uses up my mana. I didn't want to play this guy in the hero ability because I am behind, and I want to give myself a chance to get lucky. When you're behind, you have to give yourself chances to get lucky. That's how you get lucky. Can't get lucky if you never give yourself any chances to. Still don't need to play the Violet Teacher because the Chillwind Yeti is bigger. I'm probably not going to be playing Flame Strike. Well, it depends. If he plays a bunch of little creatures, I might play the Violet Teacher in preparation for a turn 7 Flame Strike. We'll see. I played Warrior last night, off camera. I got up to 9 wins, and I was really happy, because that was following a 2-win Rogue Arena, which was really sad. Interestingly, I didn't see any Battle Rages in the draft. I was hoping to play with the OP Battle Rage one more time, but such was not to be. I did, however, get 2 Fiery War Axes and an Arcanite Reaper, so winning was not super hard. Alright, he's going to put that guy down. Hindsight Summoner has charge. It's going to swing past me. This obviously needs to die. You have to do anything in your power to kill this thing when it appears. Looks like the best way to do that is as follows. Boink. Hero ability. Don't care about the Pint-Sized Summoner. And we're actually going to play the Chillwind Yeti because this 4 attack is relevant against the Twilight Drake. So, I mean, I'm missing the opportunity to make a 1-1 Violet Apprentice when I cast Flame Strike next turn, if I cast Flame Strike next turn, but that's fine because I might need the Chillwind Yeti to kill the Twilight Drake. Let's say he has Execute, for example. Now I'm going to wish that I had the Twilight, or the Chillwind Yeti out in order to kill the Twilight Drake with. Alright, he's got 8 cards on the screen to my 6, so even after I draw a card, he's definitely got card advantage. I'll need to get lots of value from my cards in order to come back. My board is currently much stronger than his, of course, but he is to play. He has spent his coin, and I'm first to play this game, so I'm going to have a little bit of an initiative edge, but he is first to play right now, so I might be in trouble. See what he's got. Just going to play a big old dude. Very fair play. Survives against Flame Strikes, kills everything I have. Really can't complain. It's like he's baiting me to use Flame Strike here. So he knows that I can use my hero ability on my Gurubashi Berserker, which would allow me to trade with the Boulder Fist Ogre. Interestingly, he chose not to stop me from doing that. So I have options. I can, of course, play Flame Strike, kills 3 of his creatures. This guy is left at 3 health. Trade in my Yeti, swing with my 5/5 on an empty board. That seems like a pretty good plan. What other options do I have? Well, I could buff up my Gurubashi Berserker, take him down to an 8/4, trade against the Boulder Fist Ogre, kill the Twilight Drake with my Yeti. Advantage there is I get to keep my Flame Strike. But, I mean, really, this is a pretty good time to use Flame Strike. So let's just do it. Especially because against warriors, you do have to respect the fact that, you know, an Arcanite Reaper, for example, is like, it's a 5/2 weapon, so it can just deal 10 damage over 2 turns. It's kind of like a delayed Pyroblast that only costs 5 mana. So when your health gets around 20 and you're a mage and you don't gain life back in any way, you don't get any armor, like priests, druids, or warriors do, you know, it's gotta respect your life total a little bit. Okay, luckily that didn't get to charge. So what I want to do here... Nice Lance. I could just kill this thing with my guy. And I think I need to do that, because I don't have any taunt. So I need to protect my life total that way. Now I could play Stormwind Champion to beef this guy up, but then the 2-1 can just kill it. So what we're going to do instead is finish it off like so. Play this guy, and in preparation of hopefully playing more spells in the future, play the Mana Worm. Alright, once again, if he has Execute, he can kill this, but I think he would have played Execute previously if he had it. Whirlwind now kills this for 1 mana, while dealing 2 damage to my other stuff. So, if he has that, that would be good for him. If he has Battle Rage, that draws 3 cards as is, because it's still in the OP version. Actually, the new Battle Rage would only draw him 1 card. That's a huge difference. Shield Block! Oh, I'm so happy to see that. All he's doing is getting 5 armor and a card for almost half his mana. Yes, please. Uh-oh, this is the card he just drew. Is it good? Oh, nope, it's not actually even a good card. Alright, I mean, it's a good card. Don't get me wrong. But it's just not good right here. Oh, that was unlucky. I beat 2/3 odds, and my Gurubashi survived. So how best to take advantage of my good fortune? Well, I could Ice Lance this and just freeze it. And swing past my opponent with Stormwind Champion. If I did that, I'd hit him for 8, 3... or 8, 11, 12, 15 damage. He actually has 26 life after the shield block, so he'd still go down to 11 health. Now this thing would be frozen, and I'd have lethal on the board. I think actually that might be my best chance. I mean, my other option is to Stormwind Champion, trade the Violet Teacher, deal 4 less damage to him, take a creature off the board, hold on to the Ice Lance. Actually, Ice Lance would deal an extra point of damage because the Mana Worm would get beefed up. No, let's actually put this on the board, but let's be a little bit conservative, shall we? Let's kill this thing. And I gotta think, do I want to actually deal a point of damage to deal 3 extra damage to him? Let me think. He's currently getting hit for 11. I could make him get hit for 12 or for 14. So it's an extra 2 points of damage, costing this guy an extra point of life. I don't think the 2 points of damage are going to matter, so I'll preserve the life. This way, if he has Whirlwind, or if he top decks Whirlwind, it won't kill my creature, and I think it's nice to avoid that possibility. Cleave, Slam, still kill this. Execute, of course, but I do have a lot of damage coming in now. Arcanite Reaper, I'm actually happy to see that. I'm glad I protected my life earlier, and he really can't kill my creatures with this, you know, without paying some punishment. Ah, he's got a Taunter. Okay. That's very good for him because I don't have any spells to kill it, so it's going to save my opponent a ton of damage. Best play here is use the Arcanite Reaper to kill the Mana Worm, because if I play even a single spell, I can actually, oh my god, no, what are you doing? What? That's not the right play. Okay, he needed to kill the Mana Worm, because what happens right now is, if this Mana Worm is dead, he would have been at 12 health. I need to use one of my creatures to kill his Dread Corsair, and then my Gurubashi doesn't kill him. Oh, it does, because I can... Oh, I see. He was at... 8 plus 6 is 14. If he kills the Mana Worm, it goes down to 12. I see. Then I could have killed his Taunter with my Stormwind Champion, pinged my Gurubashi, and then killed him off. So he was dead even if he hit the Mana Worm. But, man, I mean, I wasn't necessarily going to notice that. So, he kind of... You have to be a little bit careful when you're a good player, because sometimes your opponents aren't going to see the, like, really precise plays that you see for them. I might have missed that. The ability to ping myself. Who knows? He should have gone for that gold there. Gone for the glory. Okay, anyway, that was my 9th win in the arena, so yay! Let's see what our prize is. So, as always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and or subscribe. I would appreciate that tremendously. And if you can't get enough of Papa Boris, we're going to take a look at our prizes, open our pack, and take a sneak peek at our next arena. Ooh, the double pack win. 50 dust, that's, you know, a common card of your choice. Woo! But I'll take 170 gold in a double pack, that's fine. I do care about eventually playing Unconstructed, so getting extra packs is really nice. Especially when it pays you the entry fee to play in your next arena. That's a crazy good reward. Oh, that's my rare. Okay, that's a little bit sad. Freezing Trap, I've lost to hunters who play Freezing Trap in the arena, but I think I already have 2 of these, so that's just going to get dusted. Mortal Strike, oh crap, I think I already have 2 of those too. That's a shame. Sunwalker, hey, that's a good one. I might have two of those already, though. Oh gosh. This might not have been the best set of packs. Let's see. Crafting mode? Uh-oh. Nope, no extra rares, just 5 extra commons. Alright. So yeah, looks like I'm having trouble filling out my commons here. I'll keep getting duplicates. And the sneak peek for our next arena is going to be this. Alright, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.